Our guy Cole Kmet is kind enough to join us on this Monday to talk about the big changes in the organization. I think we've all kind of seen him coming now for a while, but it's good to have Cole to jump on the show with us today to give us the player perspective on everything that's been going on. So Cole, hope you enjoyed St. Patrick's Day weekend in Chicago.
Yeah, I did for the most part. I had a polar plunge on Saturday with Special Olympics Illinois, which if everyone listening can please go check out on my Instagram page. There's a link. Please donate whatever you can. Would be really helpful. It's a great organization, all that stuff. So, yeah, just had to throw that in there for Special Olympics Illinois. But, yeah, I was doing that Saturday, was planning to then hit the city and kind of go out, but then got a call from Flus and the people with the Bears and decided to stay in after the news with Justin. Obviously really upsetting that I kind of came to that and, where it was at that moment. But, you kind of felt like the writing was on the wall with that when I was keeping up with the combine. So you kind of what you heard with what Ryan and Coach said, and you kind of felt like that's kind of where things were going to be headed. And you just kind of hoped that Justin could find a situation that he was comfortable with. And I know that they were trying to do right by him, and it seems like they were able to do that for the most part. So I'm glad, things are kind of came to an end with that whole situation, and Justin's able to kind of start and move on with his career in Pittsburgh and all that. So wishing him nothing but the best. But, now kind of looking ahead, and, I still think really exciting times for the Bears here. With the addition of Keenan Allen, and we got another running back added, and guys along the offensive line, and new additions to the defense. This is really exciting times, and with whatever rookie that they decide to go with, it looks like that's the direction that it's going. What a great opportunity! What a great opportunity for a young kid to come in here and with an infrastructure in place and be ready to go win football games from the get-go. So really exciting times, and we're kind of looking forward at this point with it.
So Cole, we definitely want to hit on the future and everything where this is going, because that's something we've been talking about and trying to stress for months, that regardless of what path this goes down, it's a good path for the Chicago Bears. So now the path has been chosen, and before we kind of talk about the future, it is super interesting to hear you say that Flus called you on Saturday. Seems like it was very important for the organization to kind of handle this the way that they did. So I guess what was your reaction when you get that phone call? Do you appreciate getting that phone call, being kind of kept in the loop on all that? And just what were your general emotions on Saturday as you got the news?
Yeah, I mean, I don't expect them to call me for those type of things, but it's always nice when they do reach out. I think that's it's a classy move by them to kind of let guys who have been with Justin and are close with Justin to let them know about the decision and why they made the decision. So I definitely grateful that they do that, and it's not something that they have to do by any means. So I think I thought it was actually going to get done earlier, quite frankly. I would have thought that maybe they would have been able to get something done before free agency, but I was just glad to hear that they were able to do right by Justin, and they mentioned that and get him to a spot where he preferred to go, and hopefully he's now able to go there and compete for a starting job at some point.
How do you think this will be handled in the locker room, Cole? I mean, it's a minute before you guys get back in there, but do you think guys will talk about it then, or was it just water under the bridge at that point and you're moving forward?
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, look, I've had my run of guys that have left the locker room, and it's not something you really ever get used to, but you understand that it is part of the business. I just think of, going back from with Roquan, with that happening in the middle of the season, and now with Justin, and just the many other guys that I've been with throughout my career so far. I mean, you look at, if I'm just going back over these past 4 years that I've been here, I think there's only 4 of us left that I've been with, between me, Scales, Cairo, and Jaylen. So it's hard to stick around, and it is what it is. Guys are in and out the door, and obviously with the quarterback position, it's a big position within the organization, so it's going to garner the most attention. But I think at the end of the day, guys are going to move on from it at some point. That you really have no choice from it, and guys are going to handle it in their own ways. And I'm sure guys are upset. I was upset about it, and saddened about it. But it is what it is, and it is part of the business, and that's kind of what it is. And we're just gonna have to come back here. And I think we have a good buffer time before OTAs begin, where guys can kind of digest it and whatnot, and then when we get in the building, get ready to roll.
Well, obviously you're a leader on this team now. You've been here a while, and so in that regard, as far as how different players are going to react to this in the locker room, have you reached out to any of your teammates, and how do you guys think you'll go about kind of addressing bringing in the newcomers and trying to move forward to what is an exciting future for this team?
Yeah, I mean, look, we're going to be accepting whoever comes in, and doesn't mean we won't treat them like a rookie, but they're still rookies, but no, we're going to be accepting of whoever comes in, and whoever comes in, all rookies, I believe this, they always got to earn their stripes with the teammates and the guys that have been around, and they're going to have to do their end on that part. But we're going to be accepting, and we want this thing to work. This thing's ready to take off here, and we've been adding pieces over the last couple of years, and finally I think we're at a point now where we can really take off with this thing and really be a dangerous team, not only in our division but in the rest of the NFC and in the NFL.
Cole, obviously you were very close to Justin, but also Darnell Mooney, who's now with the Atlanta Falcons. What did you just make of when you saw him kind of go and get the contract that he did?
Yeah, super happy for him. He's one of my best friends, and he's a guy that we've been through a lot together over our 4 years, and I know he's had some ups and downs and some frustrating moments and things that are just really out of his control that has happened. And I was just glad to see that other teams valued him with what he's put on tape, even though that, maybe he didn't have the numbers that he wanted. And, good to see that he was able to find a good spot in Atlanta. And I think he's going to be in a really good system there, along obviously with the quarterback that they got there now. And I think he's going to do some really great things.
Cole, a debate, or let's just call it a discussion, but I guess somewhat of a debate that heated up especially last week as the Justin Fields trade, because I think we all thought it was going to happen earlier than it did. And the more it kind of lingered, there was this discussion about, could you coexist with Fields and Caleb Williams in the locker room at the same time? I'm just curious your perspective on that, because, I guess it doesn't matter anymore, but just how tough that could have been bringing in a rookie quarterback with another quarterback that you guys all really love in Justin Fields. Like, it just seemed to me like that would have been a tough situation. And quite frankly, tough is probably on both, whether it's Caleb or a different rookie, and especially on Justin too.
Yeah, I think I could see why from the outside looking in, why that could maybe seem like a really difficult deal. And, maybe it would be in some regards. I never really thought maybe it would really get to that point, but it would be interesting for sure. But that being said, competition's competition. So they're going to bring in guys all the time, whether it's along the offensive front, defensive front, linebackers, safety, whatever it is. Like, you're going to have competition all the time. And, obviously that quarterback position just gets a lot of attention. So that definitely would have been interesting. And I know it would have been contentious among the fan base and whatnot. So that type of stuff maybe could have got ugly. But within the locker room, I think to a certain extent it would have been a little strange, but we also understand competition's competition. So if that's what they're doing, that's their decision. You just kind of roll with it.
Well, we were talking if that had happened, that Hard Knocks would have been, appointment television. Now, would you want Hard Knocks coming into Hallis Hall this summer? Because I know Bears fans have been begging for it for years.
I could see why as a fan you'd want it. I do not want that. No. Hopefully that does not happen. I just think that's a distraction to what's important during camp. But obviously if we get selected, I know that there's certain parameters where you can't say no to it. We'll deal with it and we'll handle it with class and whatnot. But I would prefer not to have it during camp.
I'm trying to get on HBO, Cole.
Well,
all right?
I was going to say, Cole, what would be worse, being on Hard Knocks or giving Greg Braggs Jr. an all-access pass in your locker room, the whole deal during training camp?
I think that there's your face in the locker room stall crossed out on it, so I don't think you'd be allowed all access.
I'm definitely on the banned list. There's no question.
Bears PR loves Greg Braggs. There's a T-shirt. Hey, it's not competition, but you do have another tight end that you're going to be playing with here in Gerald Everett, Cole. You excited about this 2 tight end sets? We got some options here.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. I mean, anytime I'm a believer. Anytime you could add weapons within the offense, it benefits everybody. So I'm excited about it. Obviously, he's done a lot of great things. He has familiarity with Shane in his offense, so I'll be leaning on him to kind of learn the playbook quickly. Even though a lot of this stuff should be pretty similar to what we were doing in years past in terms of terminology wise. So. But yeah, he'll be a great guy to lean on. Obviously, a guy that's been around the league, has had great production throughout the course of his career, and just another weapon that we're adding to the offense. So I'm really excited about it. Should be able to go two tight end sets quite a bit, and definitely really excited about it for sure.
So in that regard, that has been one of my biggest questions here lately, and I meant to ask you at the Super Bowl, but now we're a little more down the road. You mentioned the playbook. Have you guys gotten any kind of semblance with that, like as far as getting, a foundation of what you guys are going to be doing? Anything to help you guys get ahead of getting ready for this season?
Yeah. Well, technically, you're really not allowed to get anything and be coached until we get back in April. But
so
it is weird. There's some weird rules. Like you're not allowed to, we're not allowed to technically throw and run routes at the facility. According to the CBA and NFLPA deal, so which is interesting, but okay, whatever. It's so dumb, but I mean, I've watched plenty of Seattle film and all that, where you're pretty familiar with what he likes to do and whatnot. So I've seen that stuff, and at this point, I've learned 2 playbooks, and I think it's kind of like they say when you learn a language, once you learn one, it becomes easier to learn multiple other languages. I think that's very similar when it comes to football. So I should be able to pick up on it pretty quickly.
So Cole, you say you're watching the Seattle playbook. You also, when you look at the skilled position players that you guys have right now, Keenan Allen, yourself, Gerald Everett, DJ Moore, you have DeAndre Swift in the backfield. When you think of that offense, how excited do you get about the possibilities of what you guys can accomplish just in 2024?
Yeah, no, it's exciting for sure. I think on paper, you look at it, and we got some really good weapons all over the place. I still think, in the backfield with DeAndre and Khalil and Roshan, you got 3 guys that can really play off one another, and I think that's going to be really helpful. And, obviously adding Keenan along with me and DJ, and then getting Gerald as well. Really exciting, really exciting. So obviously on paper, it looks nice. It looks pretty good on paper, but it's about what you do on the field. So we got to put all this thing together, and that's what OTAs are going to be about. And then, when we get into camp, really honing this thing in so that when week 1 hits, we're ready to take off.
Dude, when he named all them players, chills went down. I cannot wait Summer City in Chicago. There's no better Summer City than Chicago. We can skip the summer, get to August. Let's get to work. I cannot wait for this. Cannot wait.
Yeah, but one player we didn't talk about, your new teammate, Aben Ogbongbemiga.
Cole, that look on your face is the right look right now about what we're about to ask you.
Can you pronounce his name correctly?
No, hopefully he has a nickname that we can go with.
What's the nickname?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask him when I meet him, and then we'll go on. If I have to learn the name, I'll learn the name. But we'll see.
Bong.
Hey, you started this, Cole, with we'll let Ogbong find his way.
Ogbongbemiga.
That's our guy. He's going to be a great teammate. He's going to make plays. He's going to get stuff done. What's your how does Cole Kmet, how does 85 get whoever the rookie quarterback is? What will be your best strategy to get him up to speed as quick as possible? Is there anything will you try to get private time with him? How do you think you'll go about this?
Yeah, you don't want to overload the kid with whoever's coming in. You're going to trust the coaches to handle that portion in terms of learning the playbook and whatnot. And it's just our job around him to be where we need to be at the right time and do what we need to do. Football is hard enough as is, and to make his learning process easier, to come along quicker, it helps when guys know where they need to be when they need to be there. So we can't be screwing up all the time and running the wrong routes. And we got a veteran group at this point, so I don't think that's going to be happening too often. But we just got to be consistent every day and be the guys that are doing the right things down in and down out, so that he can trust us and know that we're doing the right things and he's seeing the right things. So just doing our thing on the field, and wherever he needs help, we're going to help him with it. But I really think we got a good support system, not only throughout our offense at this point, but on defense as well. So when we get into games, we don't have to ask whoever comes in to be a superhero all the time. He can. We can rely on the run game. We can rely on our defense. We can rely on our reliable receivers and all those things. And when he needs to make plays, he can go make them. But the important thing is not putting it all on his shoulders right away. That's a lot to bear, especially in a rookie season.
What do you know about Keenan Allen? You ever met him?
Yeah, so I actually I had met Keenan at a golf event at Justin Herbert's deal out in Oregon. So I met him briefly out there, and super cool dude. And obviously he's a pro's pro, and he's a lot of fun to watch on film. So I'm excited to get to work with him, excited to learn from him. And he's been around for a long time now at this point, and just looking forward to gaining all the knowledge that I can from him.
Cole, have you heard him sing? Have you heard Keenan Allen sing? He was on The Masked Singer last year. He's actually pretty good.
I saw the clip of him on Masked Singer. That's pretty impressive. That's pretty impressive stuff.
Yeah, but he's not a rock star on stage like you are with Zach Bryan.
Yeah, I got to be a rock star there for like 3 minutes. That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool.
Look at
there you go. Look at that.
It's a full send.
Yeah, I got a few drinks in me right there, but yeah.
Bigger adrenaline rush, that or running out for, I won't say a regular season game, running out for a preseason game. How about, let's go there.
Oh, I mean, that was one of the bigger adrenaline rushes ever. It's like scoring a touchdown, but constantly. It's crazy. That was nuts. It was a really cool experience, and was glad Zach and the band had me up for that. That was a moment I'll never forget.
You looked incredibly comfortable with it.
Well, yeah, when you got like 10 beers in you, you're pretty comfortable with whatever you're doing.
I respect it. I need at least 3 to like even venture towards like a dance floor at a live concert or something like that.
We can get you and Keenan and Carm, to do some kind of trio
singing
song.
competition.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, Carm can write the music for us, and then we'll
Yeah, there we go.
I mean, I don't know if I want to drop down to that level. I mean, I got my own thing going on over here, but I'd consider it. That is. Think about the life you live. Seriously, I'm not that you haven't earned every bit of it, Cole Kmet, but you get to play for the Bears, live your dream, be in Chicago, hometown, and you got to sing at a concert. That's good. I mean, I think a little pinch of yourself every now and then should be something you do like once, at least once a month.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, whenever you get opportunities to do that type of stuff, it's pretty cool, and you definitely take a step back to recognize the position you're in, and it's been pretty cool. And look, I've been through a lot football-wise here recently, but I'm excited for what's to come, and obviously all the things that come off the field with it too are pretty fun as well.
So you're a Bears fan first before you were a Bears player. So
right,
as a Bears fan first, we're heading into the draft. Now everybody's looking at the number 9 pick. What are you doing with the number 9 pick, Cole? That's what we all want to know. You doing wide receiver? We doing tackle? We do trade back and get more picks? We got a lot of options here, Cole.
Yeah, I mean, let's just leave it up to Ryan. Ryan's done some pretty good stuff, I think, recently over the past couple seasons. So leave it to Ryan, and I'm sure they know what they're doing upstairs. I'm sure they've been going over all these scenarios for quite a while now. So let's just leave it to them, and let's trust them with what they decide to do.
If you want to pass along to Ryan, I have a lot of thoughts on what we could do. I don't know if you're aware of Rome Odunze. I'm very big on this guy. We're talking about all these weapons, and so I just love for Rome Odunze to be a Bear. Have you watched him play at all?
No, I when I tell you, I have not watched any college tape. Like, I don't watch any of it. The only guy I've seen that I know is going to be a top 15, top 10 pick that I've seen live because I've gone to games, and he's a fellow Notre Dame man, is Joe Alt. So I've seen him. But that's the only guy I've seen live, and I saw him once. That was it.
All right. Are you aware of who Caleb Williams is then?
Yes, I know who Caleb Williams is. I understand the hype that's been going on. Again, I'll say it: we beat him this past year, and that's all that matters to me.
Bragging.
USC was my least favorite team, so that was a big rivalry for us. But no, I've heard all the good things, and who he is as a player, and how special he's been in college football, and obviously seems like he's got a really bright future ahead. And so we'll see where it goes. And I mean, I guess at this point, kind of seems like that's kind of the favorite to go to us at this point. I know nothing. So, but excited for what's to come. But yeah, no, I've heard a lot of good things about him, and I know a few people that have interacted with him that have said some really good remarks about him as well.
I just tweeted that Cole Kmet broke the news. Caleb Williams will be around.
In all seriousness, Cole, like I think it's cool hearing you express some of that excitement here going forward, because with all the emotions with this Justin Fields trade, and we get it. I mean, we've been talking about it for weeks. We get it from the fans that love him. We get it from you guys that played with him and were his teammates. I mean, this is a really good situation for the Bears to be in. Especially if they're able to draft a guy like Caleb Williams, who, look, any rookie quarterback, you never know what's going to happen. That's all understood. But he's obviously a very special player, Heisman Trophy winner, has played in a big market in LA, even if it's at the college level. Like, there's a lot of things to be excited here about if you're a Bears fan. I mean, we've been trying to get that through. But it seems like you genuinely feel that way sitting here in the middle of March.
Absolutely. Now that we're at this point, I think you just look at where we're at as a team and what we got going on. It's a great opportunity for a quarterback to come in here and take advantage of the situation. Not only because of what we have on offense, but the defense as well. When you got a good defense that can make stops like they were doing for the better half of the last part of the season last year, it's pretty exciting stuff. So. I'm excited about it. It gives this kid, whoever comes in, a great opportunity. I can't stress that enough, and how exciting that can be for somebody to come in here in Chicago, for a town that's been dying for a Super Bowl, and go lead a team. How cool is that? And I think that is an opportunity that someone would relish, and someone would be really happy to go into. And you have whoever comes in here has a chance to go down in the history books and be amongst the great Chicago athletes because of the nature of the position and the organization and the sport. So just what a really cool opportunity to come into and go win a Super Bowl.
So take that, RG3.
And one more thing, Cole, you left out, and I assume because this is such a heavy news time, but looks like the stadium is moving exactly the way that I told you it was going to go.
Go again.
And you're going to get your dome on the lakefront. I mean, not tomorrow, but listen, you have a chance in your career to play in that stadium. I'm holding that out, Cole. It's moving my way. I'm celebrating it, and as I should be, and you should too.
Let's not take the victory lap yet, Carm. There's a lot that's got to happen.
He's taking
the victory lap. Yeah.
He's taking victory laps, no doubt about it. You mentioned, how cool it would be to win a Super Bowl. Well, you're a Cub fan, and you saw how many people were at the parade for that. If the Bears were ever to get to the mountaintop, it'll probably be 10 times that here in Chicago. You mentioned the defense and how exciting, their potential could be for next year. I mean, you went through, contract negotiations, got locked up. How cool was it for you to see Jaylen Johnson and the Bears come to a meeting of the minds and him get locked up for a long-term future here in Chicago?
Yeah, I was in where was I? I think I was down in Florida, and I was with my mom and my sister. And when he signed, I mean, I was going nuts. I was just so happy for him, selfishly happy for myself that I got a fellow draftee still with me and a good friend with me. And obviously, he's a hell of a football player. I think he was the best corner in the league last year, and I know he still has a lot that he wants to prove. So. Was glad to see that they came to terms, and obviously I saw the structure of the deal. Really good stuff for him, a lot of good guarantees, really good cash flow, all that. And, I think it benefits the Bears as well. So I was glad to see that both sides came to an agreement, and Jaylen will be here for the long term.
How about Jaylen getting in his press conference and being like, "Look, I don't care about the money. I'm not getting. No one's making money on me." I mean, he was already setting goals out there. I'm like, "This is the why you want this dude in your locker room." It's similar to you, Cole. Not to blow you up here, but it's like this is a guy that is about winning, is about team, and it has a ton of pride in his performance.
Yeah, he's just a competitive dude, man. He's a guy you went out there, and he's a dog at that corner position. So he can do a lot of really good things, and I'm sure Flus is happy to have him locked up for the long term in his defense, and just a hell of a corner. And obviously that's considered one of those premium positions at this point, and we're definitely glad to have him here for the years to come.
We had a question from Kevin Fishbane in the chat.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
Up.
Yeah, Steven, I don't know if you can scroll up a little
Not
bit.
taking it. No.
Yeah.
Hey, the Iowa women's team is ranked number 1. I don't know what he's talking about there,
Well,
Kevin.
so the question from Kevin Fishbane here, who never takes shots ever at anybody, of course. He asked, question for Cole and Nick. What's your outlook for your respective alma maters in the upcoming NCAA tournament? There's I was going to say, you guys have a very easy rebuttal right now if you want to.
Yeah, Caitlin Clark's going to kill it. So I don't know what you're talking about, Kevin. Yeah. Looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, we're talking about the men. We're talking about the Wildcat 9 seed about to make a run to the Final Four. Cole, do you have anything to say to Kevin? Because I love that question from Kevin.
Yeah, I'm going to be totally honest. I don't keep up with basketball at all until the brackets come out, and then, I'll look at the brackets and do them amongst my family. But are we in? I have no idea.
So. I think that's
I
right.
was not in. He's taking a pot shot, but reveal to him,
Caitlin Clark.
But reveal to him, Cole, who your real rooting interests are, because we come together on this as well.
I will be. This is a family thing, and if Notre Dame's out, they are out.
Yeah.
Okay. It's boiler up, baby. Boiler up.
Well,
boiler up, Cole Kmet. Let's go to the mountaintop. Overcoming all the demons. You shut up, Lawrence. Boiler up all day.
I think we just found what Braggs is clipping from the show today.
Yeah,
Cole,
right there.
Cole, I'm proud of you for saying that. It's Purdue against the world. Everybody's rooting against the cursed Boilers, but not me and you, Cole.
Literally nobody cares except
Adam wore a Fairleigh Dickinson shirt the day after Purdue had lost, twisting the knife in my side, Cole.
It was great.
I just happened to own that shirt.
It was great.
I did not overnight it from Fanatics.
Ridiculous.
I swear. Cole, thank you so much for jumping on today. I know
Thanks.
both tough and exciting times for the Chicago Bears as they emerge from this offseason.
And before you go, you maybe give a little shout out to our subscribers here and our diehards here at CHGO. I know you're so loyal to us here at CHGO and what we're trying to do.
Yeah, well, shout out to the diehards and subscribers. We need more diehards. We need more subscribers. Is this like on YouTube or something, or what is this on?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes, subscribe to the YouTube channel is what we're going for.
Subscribe below, whatever it is. So please subscribe. We need more diehards out there. So yeah.
Hey, Cole, you're the man. And by the way, you started this out with what you did with Special Olympics. I've done a lot with that organization back in my days at Fanside. It's an awesome organization. So just underlining that too.
I know
they do great stuff over there.
I saw your outfit coming out of the water. I was trying to. Somebody has a picture of it somewhere, but I couldn't find it.
Yeah, I have the picture of it. Yeah, it was good. Yeah, one of the female athletes gave me the tutu, and she said that she had won that match, so I had to wear it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Love it.
Yeah, it was cool.
You were going to probably make fun of him, but he has
I'm
a
not
nice
making fun.
sincere
I'm not making
story.
fun. I'm not making fun
to
of
go
him.
with
I'm
it.
just
Okay.
putting a visual to.
Yeah, screw you, Braggs. Screw you.
We're definitely clipping that.
F you, Braggs, right?
Cole, thanks so much, man. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, yeah, I'll talk to you guys. Take care.
We all silly like the mayor.